So, folks, on our diaspora check-in this morning, we have with us an outstanding stylist whose work has graced the biggest names in hip-hop and reggae, from iconic legends to rising stars. He left me out, but I could live with that for the time being. He's crafted looks for a lot of famous people, and he reps Jamaica everywhere he goes, I'm told. Celebrity stylist and chief executive officer of Bogard Management and Consulting, Michael Barnett. They call him Mike B, and he joins us now from New York. That's a mouthful. Welcome to Smile, sir. How are you?
I'm very blessed, grateful, and glad to be here.
It's fantastic to have you. I know you were not born here. I know your parents are Jamaicans, but you came here as a youngster. Should I say you're a Jamaican, or do I say, as we normally say, that you have Jamaican heritage? Which one you want me to say?
Well, I would check off at the bottom all of the above. You know what I mean?
All right, bring me up to date about your Jamaican next and your Jamaican heritage and stuff. Tell me about that.
Well, my mother and father are both Jamaican. My father originally was from St. Anne's, and from the age of 9, he went over to Kingston. And my mother originally is from Manchester, Galchester, as some may say, you know what I mean? And then they came to the States, and they had me here in the States, and I've been here ever since.
But you came back to Jamaica as a youngster. Any memories?
Pardon?
I think you came to Jamaica when you were very, very young. Any memories of that, or you were just told about that?
No. I have clear, vivid memories. I do remember my parents had me at Dun River Falls, and that was a memory. I remember watching and paying attention to my father's driving on the right side, and how he was pushing the stick shift with the left hand, and how like my illest memories are remembering when the single lane roads were actually two-way streets, like for both ways of traffic.
Yep. Certain things haven't changed, Mike B.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the outstanding folks that you've looked after, my words, what's the fascination with your, in styling and designing in the first place? Where did that come from?
Styling and designing, well, two different things. The styling came from, my upbringing with my parents, and, just, sometimes on the weekends going shopping with them, and, these stores, my brothers and I, we would run around the department stores, and, we would play find the new designer. And that started to put me on to, watching how, different people and different walks would be in the streets, and the way they, wear their garments. Because, as we were little, we had play clothes, we had school clothes, and then, you had your Sunday's best, right? Mm-hmm. But then you had Easter Sunday, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So Easter Sunday is when you really, you come in and you really do it right. Another style that I used to always watch is when my grandmother used to take me to the park, and we used to watch the cricket players, and how all the cricket players would be dressed in all white, sometimes on the Sundays. So, I would say that's where the style came in. As far as the design, I was always artistic with my creativity, and coming up in the era of hip hop and reggae being mashed together, I would always see the narrative of the graffiti artists and the graffiti on the wall, and that's something that always took to me, and I think that carried over into creating and doing design. So like in high school, people would always come to me, and from the way that I would dress up my pants and put the rips and the labels from other brands all over my pants, it started to turn into a light trend around the neighborhood.
Fantastic. Bogard is your brand. Explain Bogard. What's that?
Bogard is building omniform garments around real designs.
Wow, there's actually a meaning.
Absolutely, there's a meaning, and I say that to say is because the majority of my designs are out of the box, and the way that I think and put the fabrics and the designs together. It's also where it's a luxury tennis lifestyle, tennis brand of athleisure. So it's, pretty much building my brand around the lifestyles of, the tennis era, and doing these collaborations with these iconic brands like such as Cockpit USA, and these guys that made these Avarex jackets in the 90s. And I wanted to do a collab with them to show some type of nostalgic with that would go along and coincide with the brand at the same time.
Yeah, P. Diddy, Dr. J, Chris Brown, Junior Gong, very recently Buju. Do you find them, they find you? How does that work?
We find each other. I'd like to say I have one of the greatest agents in the world, and that's God, the Most High. You know what I mean? And the way he just aligns these stars up for me and, for the universe. But how I met Shaggy was through a homie of mine, Tashawn, that was managing Neo at the time. And he said they were doing a project with Shaggy and Sting, and they wanted me to be a part of that project. How I met Junior Gong came from a sister of mine, Tracy Waples. She was working at Def Jam at the time, and I was already working with Nas. So when Nas and Junior Gong did their collaboration album, Distant Relatives, then that it just became like an organic wave, because, I was already connected to Rohan Marley, which is like my big brother. And then, of course, me having, a mixture of my hip hop and my yardie styles, it just, made everything come together very organically.
Yep, I like your humility, but outstanding work, sir. Any Jamaican-ness in what you do, or this is, I suspect you can't do the same thing for Buju that you did for Shaggy or you did for Dr. Dre. The ideas must be different. Do they lead you, or do you tell them, well, this is what you should wear, this is how this look should be? How does it work?
Well, it's how it works is it's really a collaborative thing, One, I always, do my research on the client and prior to our meeting, and then it's always good to hear out the client and see and become one with their vision, and see, how far they want to go with the style and the creativity of it. I give my suggestions, and I listen to them, and we come together, and we do a mashup.
Yep. Great to see you, sir. Fantastic what you do. Thank you so much for taking some time out for speaking with us this morning. Blessings to you and your company and your brand. And hopefully one day I will say, Mike B designed this that I have on. Hopefully I'll get there.
Can't wait. The only thing real quick, I'm going to give you one jewel real quick.
Yep.
Just add a pocket square to that look, because I like your entire fit. I like where you're going with it. I would just add a nice little pocket square for a splash of style.
What color?
You can go with something that's gonna blend with the burgundy jacket. That's burgundy?
It's something like that, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do something with a burgundy and with a green, or you can just come with a different shade of green that'll come back to the pant, and with a splash of white. But a white pocket square is always classic.
Thank you.
Can never go wrong.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you and your family.
Absolutely. Thank you. You as well.
Yes, sir. Celebrity stylist and chief executive officer of Bogard Management and Consulting, Michael Barnett. They call him Mikey B. That's it for our Diaspora Check-In.